We're back, and you're talking to Mr. Legendary. Love it when we do that. As you can see, we are back, and I'm not wasting no time. I'm not playing no music. We ain't doing no cutaways. We're getting straight to the point because today we're going to be breaking down a video from the lady on the screen. As you can see, her name is Jovi Beauty. I will put the link to the video down below. I found this video from my previous video about the I am the table and the man has to set the table. I found this video because in the previous video she mentioned another YouTube content creator, and as I promised, I went and researched it. I want to say that I watch videos objectively. I go more so, I'm not going to say I researched all of her videos, but what I did was I went and clicked on topics that I could relate to or something that I wanted to hear her speak on so that I can get her thoughts on it. I found one. And this one, just to be clear, this one was about, I can't see it that way. I believe this one was about what does a woman bring to the table? She was reviewing an Instagram post. Why can't I see it? She was reviewing an Instagram post from some other content creators, 8 at the table. And I clicked it and I said, let's see this video. So, before I even get to rambling on, let's go ahead and start playing our video and start breaking this down now.
Talk about it. I do want to say, full disclaimer, I haven't watched it because I don't watch foolishness. But I have heard about it. Y'all have hit me up. The subs have hit me up. Y'all have been in my messages. Y'all have tagged me on the shit, and y'all want me to discuss this situation. I will say, full disclosure, I think it's clickbait. I think that if the man that said it, he truly believes it. I don't want to be a dick, but should I wait? Should I wait to say what I think? Or should I listen to it first? Okay, so basically me and my homegirl, we went hanging out yesterday. We was on we was at some really nice rooftop, like an apartment roof, like balcony. If y'all watch my IG, y'all saw we was there. So we was having these conversations with these guys about this, right? Because again, I was telling her this is what I'm talking about. And they look dumb. They look stuck, dumbfounded, and they know what to say because they were like, what? Just random off the top, these men started saying, like, you can't buy love. You can't buy, emotional connections. And one of them said, he sounds like someone whose mother was very cold.
I don't understand how she says she hasn't watched it yet, but had a full-blown conversation about it to other men to where they're judging what the question that he asked in the video that you didn't watch.
His mother was very cold and not there, and he has female issues with women. Another one said that he may not even like women because that shit don't even make sense. And then someone else, did also said maybe he's young and he just don't know what the fuck he talking.
For clarity, he asks, what does a woman bring to the table? He's already been called a homosexual. He's already been called a misogynist for asking a question.
Talking about, but again, he's on a whole fucking show talking to tons and tons of fucking people to the point where y'all asses is in my DMs asking me about this dumb shit. All right, so let's go ahead and play this shit. I just wanted to, full disclaimer, I'm judging already. I'm judging. That's why I do not watch these sort of things because I judge you. I do.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Hmm.
let's just do this. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Here we go.
Easier. I do
Hold
that.
on, wait a minute. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but my mic is muted.
Everything that you're telling me can be bought.
Okay, go.
Guess what? I can have an assistant order me paper towels and toilet paper and groceries on Amazon. Actually, I get Whole Foods delivered to my house weekly. It's a subscription. I get meal preps every week. My meal preps is $120, and I get 3 meals a day. Make myself my own breakfast. That's 4 square meals. I have another cleaning lady. She charges me $100 a week to come clean. You are only saving me $600. What are you bringing outside? Listen, if you ask a man, what is he bringing to the table? I'm bringing a house.
I'm gonna stop it there. I watched this video. Know how it goes. So far, he's literally just asking, like, okay, there's a lot of women, like this woman here who we're about to review, say, I am the table, you have to dress it. So he's saying, what do I get in return? I know what I have to offer. But even he goes a little bit deeper and he says, listen, I can clean my own house. The things that modern women are saying that they bring today, he's saying, I can get that on my own. Outside of these things that I can pay for, I can get it made, I can get food, what can you bring to me? And that is what she's already judged him on. That is what she's already said. He's a misogynist. He doesn't like women. He has mommy issues. All because he literally just asks, okay, I got these things. What can you bring outside of those things? And I don't think that should be a real hard question to answer from real women. If you truly value yourself and know your value, what is the problem with reading off your resume? But let's keep it playing. I'm jumping the gun.
To the table.
But I can also pay for myself.
Okay, but you're not.
But I can.
But you're not.
But I can.
But you're not. And you're not willing to.
I
That's
am.
the point.
I was taking care of myself before I was married.
And then you got married and started taking care of yourself.
Multiple mortgages. I still take care of shit. That's the thing.
Listen, I'm not saying you can't make money. What I'm saying is what you're bringing to this table is a service that can be paid for.
That makes your life easier. I do that.
It's not. Oh God. He talking about meal preps. He talking about what his assistant could do. He got mommy issues. I don't even know. Like, where do I even start? And the fact, you know what? The fact that she's talking about, but I could buy a house too, devalues the shit out of us, ladies. Damn, it's like that's not. We are the table. Fuck are you talking about? I'm not having this talk. I don't have these sort of conversations with people because men who think like this are trash. Men who think like this, in my opinion, they're the ones they never get married. Yeah. They be old and fucked up. Those are the Black Robs of the world, right? They don't understand why they need to be married, right? They have nobody there. These things are just things, cooking and cleaning. Those are female things, but those things are just things, right? It is the stability that we offer. It is the care that we offer. You think your assistant does that? You pay your assistant to do these things. Like, women do these things.
I think she should have made some notes on this argument. And she shouldn't probably have done it live. That's her thing. That's what she does. I'm getting there. We're doing this video. I got a couple notes because I got a couple key points that I really want to hit. So I had to research this. And I want to make sure that the quality of my video is good for my viewers. I want to make sure I say certain things because I hate when I rewatch my video. I'm like, damn, Larry, why you didn't bring that up? So I make sure I bring facts and I bring good content to the show. I think she should have researched this because basically what she just told us is we bring stability and we bring care. Then she messed up because she said, your assistant doesn't bring that. You pay your assistant to bring that. Which one is it? Either they bring it because I pay them or they bring it because I don't. Either way, you already said they bring it because I pay them. That's his point. If I can pay somebody to do the things that my so-called girl brings to the table, then why do I need a girl? And this is just because this is for debate purposes. They're on the show where they ask us questions or he asks, if the things that you bring, I can pay for, I can get that delivered to me. Why do I need you? And I think the same as the woman on the video and the same as her, there is completely went over their head. But I also want to know, because I asked this before, why is asking for a resume such a terrible thing to do in today's society? Why does that mean that you have mommy issues because you're asking for a resume? I think what has happened is we've noticed that men of a higher value, or the men that most women want, are very little in number. We've noticed that, like, they're hard to come by. So the few men that have those traits and are hard to come by are saying, hold up, we finally understand where we rank. We finally understand where the numbers are. And if we here, and we this small, what are you going to provide us? Because we provide all of this. So what are you going to provide us? And it can't just be the basics. It cannot be I cook and clean, because these modern women like her screaming, I am the table, and all she said so far is stability and care. That's not enough for what I have over here, because I'm little in number. I'm a very small portion of men are that. Small portion of men have the money, have the looks, have the deed, have the house, have the car. A small portion of men have that. All of y'all can provide stability and care. So what's going to set you apart from the masses? And that she doesn't understand that. I guess it went really over her head to the point to where now we're going to shame the man. We're going to bash the man who asks these type of questions. Let's keep it going.
Shit, majority of the time when we paying for the shit. Like, I can't even, I don't want to. I keep telling y'all, I don't want to, but y'all want me to,
not.
so fine. Let's go to the next clip. It is the next clip, right? Yes.
No.
What? Okay. Somebody said, oh, it's not the next clip. I guess that's just the part we talking about, I guess. I don't know. Again, I ain't see the shit. I thought it was longer. What is really weird to me about this is the fact that no matter what a black woman says she brings to the table, she will be belittled. Even weirder, black women are the only women who are required to bring something to the table in regards to black men. I don't bring shit to the table. I keep telling y'all, I am the table. I'm not having this conversation.
Based
I'm not
on
having
what?
this debate. If you don't comprehend that is your business.
I am the table. She hit so many points here, and this is what I mean by I needed notes. She's the table based on what? Because that's the point of the conversation. Then she went on to say, I'm not even having this conversation. So she's not even open to speaking to men about what she has to offer to a man. And what I just said is we've got so little number of high quality men that they are starting to look back at the market and look back at these women and say, okay, so many of you want the top 10% of men. We got it. 90% of women want the top 10% of men. We got it. Y'all want those top 10% of dudes. Those 10% of men are saying, okay, what can you bring to me? I hate when the term table started off because men said, okay, I'm sitting at the table, I got all this stuff I'm gonna put on the table and I'm bringing it. And he said, okay, what can you bring? And then women started, we're gonna make this a joke. I'm the table that you bringing all this stuff to. No, it's really a man trying to ask, what can you provide to me? So using that, I'm the table, is really just showing that you got a bad attitude. It's really showing why black women are asked this, because y'all can't even answer it. I would love to just have a casual conversation where women can say, you know what, I'm gonna bring whatever you need. And somebody, I think, is gonna come up. Well, I think she just said it. A lot of men ask these type of questions and they really get mad at whatever answer they give, because it's really a rhetorical question. There is no right answer when it comes to this question, because all men are different. What you bring to that man might not be what this man wants. This man might want this, and then that man might want this. So what you really need to come with, I'm gonna give you all the cheat code. What you really need to come with when someone says what you bring to the table is whatever my man requires. Whatever my man needs. If my man is an entrepreneur and he needs somebody to work these books, that's what I'm bringing to the table. If my man is a $50,000 a year man and he needs a woman who can also provide a little help to the household, maybe she goes out, gets her a part-time job, she brings in 20,000, he brings in 50, we bring in 70, and we make this work. Maybe that's what your man needs. Maybe that's what you bring to the table, is the ability to complement your man financially, the ability to not, take care of your man, but I can compliment him, I can help out where he lacks. It's all subjective though, because each man might want something different. The next man might be a super celebrity. I don't want my woman to do nothing but lay there and be pretty. Well, if that's the kind of man you want, then that's what you need to provide. I'm providing what that man wants. He wants a freaking trophy wife. Bam, I'm here, trophy wife. You gotta be able to provide what your man wants. And that's really not as tough as what women like this are making it out to be. It don't have to be all that. It literally is just a real simple thing. And I don't think reading a resume, ain't that what a job interview is? When we go to a job interview, I quoted this before, modern women have been taught to work hard for everything. Work hard to get a job. Work hard to get that degree. Work hard to get your money. But when it comes time to a man, they should just come as they are. You work hard to get a job. When you go to a job interview, here's my resume. Oh, can you list off your qualifications? Sure. I can type 50 words per minute. I'm great. I have great people skills. You have no problem doing this for a job. But a man comes and says, okay, I'm hiring, I'm looking, I'm a great job, I have great benefits. What can you offer to me? Give me your resume to, interview here. I think that makes sense. Now all of a sudden we don't need the interview process for men. So, according to her logic, I guess we should just scrape out the date phase altogether. You shouldn't get to know your woman. You should just scratch out the date phase and just immediately what? Just take them because they're women? Come on, man.
I don't care. My job as a woman is not to convince you why you should want me. Are you fucking stupid? Like the girl said, they don't ask white women that, they don't ask Asian women that, but for some reason, our black ass have to break our back, flip around, flip upside down, do everything that you will pay your sister. Go pay your sister and leave us the fuck alone.
The argument was never about race. It was never about race. But since she going there, since we bring in race into it, since we're going to make it a black versus white women thing, that only black men are asking black women what they bring to the table, let's go there. Just remember, we all brought it up.
Just say you don't like women. Just say you don't like women. Just say you don't value.
Just say you like women by asking, what can a woman bring to me? That means I hate women. If I ask, what can you provide to me? I come with this. Men are told that you have to be able to provide. Men are told that you have to show what you provide. You have to provide the financial. You have to provide the security. You have to provide the leadership. You have to be able to show that you can provide that. But when it comes to a woman, if you ask what she provides, that means, according to Jovi Beauty, that you're a homosexual.
Women. Just said your mommy didn't hug you enough. I'm over it. Like, don't even, whatever. What else? She said she was married. No, and he ain't. She said she was married. No, and he's not. And he's not. Like, how can you really, and that shit blows my mind. It blows my mind that people actually want to take advice from 20-year-olds who don't know shit about shit. Right? They're still trying to figure out their life. They still trying to even figure out what the fuck they want.
He never gave advice. He just asked what a woman, he didn't even say a black woman, he asked what a woman can bring to him. I don't like the way we trying to overcomplicate such a simple question about what y'all can provide to these high value men that you want. Make that make sense. This man has to come to the table with this. Women got our list of requirements, but the moment a man asks what he gets in return, it's blasphemy. How dare you ask?
Right? So we're supposed to take lifelong advice, and 20-year-old boys telling you, trying to ask you, what do you bring to the table? When the reality of the world is that women are the fucking table.
Based on what?
We are the fucking table.
Based on what?
For a straight man. For a straight man that doesn't hate women. For a straight man, okay, let me be very clear. For a straight man who doesn't hate women, we are the fucking table. It is your job to set this bitch. Jesus Christ.
We got to be able to at least have a conversation. This is really crazy because I just saw a recent video from her, and I heard her talking about, we got to be able to listen to each other and be able to have a dialogue with men if we want to understand men. That's what she was saying as a woman. She said they need to be able to talk to men if you want to understand men. If you don't want a man, if you want to be single, by all means, cross them all off. But if you got any hopes on getting a man, you need to be able to tell a man what you can bring to his life. Don't just assume he's going to go on one date with you and see the whole potential. And I know y'all going to say, well, we can just lie. Well, then lie. Same way you go to an interview and you lie. But it needs to be said, especially if he asks you. So now, if you can't do said things, then now we can cut ties and I can say, hey, this is what I was looking for. You can save so much time. If we both come together, let's say we both go on a date. Hear me out. We both go on a date. Man sits down, women sits down. Man says, listen, I provide this, I provide this, I provide this. I want this, I want this, I want this. The woman can say, you know what? What you provide is not good enough for what you want. I'm out. We both just saved a bunch of time, a bunch of hurt, a bunch of fights because she didn't like what he was asking for. So she got up out. Same way the other way. Maybe the man comes and say, I provide this, I provide this, I provide this. I want this, this, and this. And she looks and says, you know what? I love what you provided. But I want to be there, but I don't know if I can do that for you. He says, you know what? I got to go on to the next best thing. Again, we just saved ourselves a bunch of time, a bunch of hurt. We ain't got to go through it. Maybe he says, you know what? I'm willing to work with you to get that one thing as long as you can provide A, B, and C. So now we got a good dialogue. We got communication already established on date one. That's one less box you got to check off when it comes to finding your ideal man, because we already able to have communication. We already able to come to the table and say, you know what? This is what I want. This is what I expect. Can you do that? Yes, I can. I want the same things you want. Let's make it work. Isn't that the goal to having a successful relationship? And this is my problem with people like this. And I don't know if she's a relationship coach. I don't know. Entertainment, celebrity commentator, black lifestyle curator, whatever you want to call it. This is what's causing the downfall for black relationships. This is what's causing the downfall of black women. This is what's causing the downfall of it all, because of things like this, because you're already trying to cut off the communication on one side. You want a man to be able to come to the table and communicate what he can bring, but then you wanted to just stop there and say he should already know what I bring because I'm a woman. He should just take me like this because I'm a woman. And this is why channels like mine exist. Because we see and we hear things like this. We date women like this, and then we say, you know what? we see black women like this and we say, are they all like this? Because we got a black woman watching this channel, so a lot of her black followers or people who view this might then go on a date and act like this. While white women that she brought up, I told y'all she brought it up, so we're gonna go there. While white women come to the table and say, "Shit, what you want to know? Here's what I provide. I provide a stable home. I'll cook. I'll clean. I'll give you daily BJs whenever you want. You can have access to my body as long as I have access to your wallet. I'll make sure when you have your friends over, I'll give you your space. I'll get out your way. When you want your alone time, you got it. If you need anything, I got it. Bam. And we're done." White women are already coming to the table like that, and then we deal with black women like this, and we be like, bro, we need to ask these questions, and then y'all mad at black men because of things like this.
Somebody said, I feel like the answers he's looking for, whether I bring support, trust, a safe space, ambition, it doesn't always have to be I cook, I clean. We do all of that.
No, we don't know. We don't know that. We don't know that.
But he's belittling.
Let me let it play.
Women. We provide what your fucking assistant will never. Your meal prep lady could never. When you come home and the world done beat your ass, it's your wife who holds you down, who rubs your back, who kisses you and makes you feel important. She's the one who raises your children, not your baby mother who you fucking fuck her life up and then fucking threw her away, and now your kids live 30 minutes away from you. You're not an active father. That's us. We're the ones who build your home. You see that house? You pay for the house. We make that house a home. You stupid corny ass niggas. Not even just him. Just men who think like that in general.
Men who ask questions.
You have so much animosity for women.
He got animosity. He got animosity by asking, "What can you bring to me?" Her reply is, "You a stupid, corny dude for even asking that. And you the one with animosity. You the one with mommy issues. You the one that's a misogynist because you asked, what can women provide to you?" Now I know why my last video got the reaction that it did. Because females watch things like this and think that this is law and think that this will help them get a better relationship with men. This. Because when a man comes to the table and asks you, "Hey, you know, I really want to talk to you and let's do something," he's trying to communicate. The way you should reply is to tell him, "You stupid and corny for even asking me that. I'm a woman. You should already know what I provide." What? I think there was more in this video. Oh, it's definitely more because, yeah, I got a footnote.
Those are not our issues. I don't even, honestly, when y'all send this shit to me, it annoys the shit out of me. I mean, very, very, very clear.
I wonder why.
Because I feel fuck boys, they fuck bitches. You know what I'm saying? People who don't comprehend, men who don't comprehend the value of a woman should date women who don't understand their values. That's fine. Y'all are perfect together. I don't have time for these sort of conversations because it's fucking stupid. Because I don't have time. I'm not going to discuss my work with you. If you don't already know it, then that's cool.
How can you know it? How can a man trying to date a woman already know her worth? When did we start skipping the dating and getting to know you phase? This is what I mean when I say modern women still want traditional outcomes while still wanting to be modern. You want to come to the table and you want that man to provide a house, to provide the leadership, come with the financial stability, but you want to be able to do this dumb shit by telling the man, "You should know what I bring. You should just already know because it's just there. If I'm a woman, you should know that I'm going to care and take care of my kids." As many messed up women as we know in this world, Because I already told y'all, and don't try to flip it around and say, well, it's men messed up too. I already said we got only the top 10% of men. Only the top 10% of men can be considered high value. The rest of us, and I'm not even up there yet. I'm not going to call myself a high value man. I stick to the 90%. The rest of us 90%ers are down here. We're flawed. We have problems. We got things wrong with us. But let's let it play some more.
This is not a fucking debate. I'm not debating you. And he could have given the same answer. The other repeating, I bought a house for 2 minutes. Oh wow, a house. Next.
He was trying to talk. She cut him
A
off.
house is a building. 4 walls and a fucking top.
Is that not what you want? Let me pause it. Is that not what women want? See, what men have understood is when we get asked this question, when you get asked, what can you provide to a woman? You cannot go on a tangent about how you were the English spelling bee champ back in the 3rd grade. They don't care. You cannot go on a tangent about how you got a 98 rated 2K player. They don't care. As much as we care about those things, women don't care about those things. So what you got to do is you got to come to the table and think, okay, what do women want from me? I need to tell them that I bring those things that they want. They want financial stability. I own a house, so I'm bringing a house. They want the leadership. Hey, I'm a man of my word. I take care. If I say I'm gonna do it, I make it happen. I make sure I lead my household. I make all sound good decisions. I'm doing all the things that y'all want from me. So I'm willing to say these are the things that I bring. Don't take my word for it. Come see for yourself and I'll show you. That's an open dialogue. That's what we all should be striving for.
Who makes that house a home? I know a lot of houses that are.
And I know a lot of wives that can't make those houses a home. I know a lot of females that can't make those houses a home. I know a lot of people that have lied, claiming they wanted these things and then destroyed homes. So why should we go to the table just assuming that all women can do this? Back to my point, we have the top 10% of men and the bottom 90% of men, and then we got all these women over here, and we're just supposed to assume that all of them can do the same thing? Or should we try to find out?
Fucked up and cold and fucked up and... What? Who does all that? The woman. You do all that?
No.
Does your sister do all that? Does your meal prep lady do all that?
She can. Yes.
Does your spiritual advisor child do all of that?
That's the point. That's literally the point he was trying to make, is I can pay a woman to do a lot of things. I can pay anybody to come in and do some of the things that y'all swear that y'all can do to help out high value men. So with that being said, if I already have these covered, what can you do outside of those? What can you bring up here that I need? Think about it. Because this is an open dialogue, and when you talk, that is the perfect thing you can do, is to deal with a man who's willing to upfront ask you and talk like this, because he's already giving you the communication that y'all want. He already saving y'all some time, because he's telling you this is what I expect, this is what I bring, and you can either accept it or you can walk away and say, you know what, I don't want to deal with men like that. But for the ones who actually want that open dialogue and be like, damn, he just saved me some time. I like that he bring me a house. I like the fact that I probably won't have to work again. I like the fact that he's already making his money and has his own company established, so I don't have to build. I like the fact that he's coming to the table without a kid. I like the fact that he's coming to the table telling me that he wants marriage. And all I gotta do is be able to tell him what I can provide. Shit, what you need. If you already got all that stuff, what would a man like that want? Well, he probably wants peace at home. He probably want to make sure that while he out making millions or making his money, that the house is straight and everything in the house is together. He probably want to make sure that when he come home, he can have food on the table ready for him. The moment you get in here, it's just now coming out off the stove. That's probably what he wants. And for the women that want that, need to be able to communicate.
We're the ones that create the home that after you go outside and the world will beat you down, and the white man and fuck you up and did all of this shit, we're the ones you want to come home to. Because we created the home.
How?
Because you brought the house and put it on what? The table. What the fuck are you talking about? I can't. Anyway. If you can't see a woman's worth to the point that you have to ask, then just don't date her, because obviously you don't like her. Stay single, beloved. Why are we having this conversation? Stay single, beloved. Just be real with yourself. Look at your man.
If you can't see a woman's worth that you're dating, and you have to ask them, hey, what can you provide? And I thought that was the point of the date, was to communicate and talk. And ask these type of things so that we can get an understanding. And if not, then you should just go get your man.
Go get your man. Because it's not us, and it's fine. But go get your man. Just like the man hating women. Go get your bitch and leave us alone. You hate men so bad. I hated men for about 2 days. And then I hated one man in particular. And now I hate nobody. Why? Because, what? But if you were just, you don't like women, and it's that deep for you, all of these, women, you broken, you fucked up, that's cool. Go to the left and leave us the fuck alone.
You broken. How dare you ask what they provide to you?
Someone else said, at this point, I feel like women should be asking men what they'd like a woman to bring to the table. Because I'm noticing a trend of men asking this question, never being satisfied with the answer. There's literally no answer. Because they don't even understand the fucking question.
Yes, the hell we do. Yes, the hell we do. And I just broke it down for the lady who asked that question, because that was a really good comment. Is that there is no real right answer, because all men are different. You can't give an answer for all men. All of us are going to want something different being brought to all of our different tables. I might want this. I might want something at 20 that I don't want at 30. I'm probably going to want something different. So then you got to also factor in the age. Then you got to factor in the race, because what the white man want might not be what the black man want to the table. You got to factor in where I am financially, because what broke me wanted to bring to being brought to the table, rich me doesn't want being brought to the table. There are so many different answers, and that's why what she said was so profound, because sometimes you just got to be like, you know what do you want? What do you expect? What are your expectations? What does the job require? When we're coming to an interview, what do you want me to do? We should be able to ask that. You should be able to communicate. We should be able to have an open dialogue. And not only should you know whether you want to hire me as an employee, I need to know whether I even want to work here. And we get to that point by having the interview phase, having the date phase, communicating, and saving us both a bunch of time.
They just want to fucking, you know what that question is? That question is a fucking gaslight. It's a gaslight.
One more minute.
Did you see the girl? She didn't even realize she was getting gaslight. Oh.
You know what? We're not going to play that extra minute, because I don't want this video to go too long. So far, we already at 38 minutes. I want to go over to another video from Miss Jovi Beauty. Now, both of these videos that we're going to watch tonight are very recent. They're not from 2 years ago like the past video. These are recent videos of her saying this. I believe this one was about it's less than a month. I don't remember the exact date. But let's go over to the second video. This video is about Tokyo Vanity. She had a post on a page, and she told women that we should normalize dating within your wage, I believe. Let's go ahead and start that now.
Look at how me and my fucking homegirl talk together. Just on a regular, we bored sort of situation. Like today, after I worked out and I record for y'all, We hitting these fucking streets. Why? Because it's hot, and why the fuck not? So why even date someone who can't give it up like your homegirl and you give it up together? Right? Does that even make sense? Does it make sense? Maybe. I don't know.
So you should have a requirement on who you date as a woman that man have enough financial stability that he's able to provide like your homegirl can provide. That's what she said. Let's keep watching this.
It's just me. Then she says, stop getting mad because a person wants to date a person with the same financial freedom as them. That is true. Stop being mad. I will especially say, well, a lot of these men, you know, them Kevin Samuel West type motherfuckers who be broke as a joke, and you know.
I think this went over her head because the post said, normalize dating someone with enough financial stability as you. This is funny because women say this and they don't understand that if a man used that same logic, he would not date you. We're not going there. I don't want to go there with all these feminists and stuff. I just wanted to put that out there for the jury to hear. Let's go ahead.
Get mad at a woman because a woman actually wants to date a man again that can afford to date, afford to be masculine, afford to that you can be like, you can depend on him, you can provide for you, your potential family, that you as a woman are not footing the bill. Because again, and I've said this so many times, I feel like when a woman is put in a position of having to finance shit, you know, it can. I'm not saying it all 100% of the cases. I'm saying in the majority of the cases that we're looking at, especially with these feminine ass niggas, that it can create a situation where she is forced into a masculine role. And then the man is going to feel away because he put her ass in a masculine role and is mad that she is behaving as such.
I agree that you should date someone who, especially if you're a woman, you should be dating what you want. You should be looking for that man who can financially support you. We are completely in agreement about that topic. My problem is, like she said, that little flicker, like she said, my problem is you were just mad in the previous video about a man saying, okay, I can provide, but what do I get in return? So she's encouraging women to go for what they want for and make sure that they get what they're looking for. But if a man asks, okay, what do I get? He's terrible. He has mommy issues. He's a terrible person. Make this make sense. This is why black women have so many problems, because other black women are telling you to do these stupid things that are destroying relationships and are destroying communication, where we can't even have a conversation and ask, what do I get in return? Because now I got mommy issues. Now I'm bashing. Now I'm terrible.
But if you dated someone who actually could afford to fucking date you, right? You afford to marry you, right? Don't marry, date, marry, none of that shit beneath you. Trust me, I know. Who can actually afford to give it up the way you give it up, right? I don't date nobody and I can give it up on some shit. Like, hey, you know, I'm not necessarily the pay the mortgage type of girl. I don't want to pay the mortgage. I don't want to pay the bill. You know, but if you know, how am I going 50-50 on bills, and then, you know, I'm still the type that I like to do shit up. So, who paying for the vacation? Who doing all of this shit? And then you wonder why old girl angry and mad all the damn time. I'd be angry and mad if I had to pay the bills too. Shit.
I'm completely with her. See, this is the difference between channels like mine, who can have the open dialogue and understand both points of view, and channels like hers, who just want to do this one-sided, weird, let's bash all men type of thing, because that makes absolutely no sense. that you can come here and promote women getting what they want. You can promote women, hey, seek that financial stability if you want it. I have no problem with that. My problem is when a man can do that and then he says, okay, what do I get? Then there's a problem on that side. Make this make sense. This is why that stupid ass I am the table, you need to set it argument gets thrown out the window, and why black men are dating out, because black women say things like this that don't even make sense.
I was angry at man when they thought I was going to pay half. I'm always angry at man when they think I'm going to pay half bills. I ain't gonna. But he gonna be mad. And I'm gonna be mad if he think that I'm gonna pay this bullshit. Anyway. Okay, let me start over. Yeah, we normalize dating people within your budget. Stop getting mad because a person wants to date a person with the same financial freedom as them. No one wants a one-sided relationship. That's kind of true. Women with money still want to feel taken.
She said that's true, that nobody wants a one-sided relationship. So when a man asks, okay, what do you bring on your side, then you should also agree with that.
Care of. Yeah. I don't care what I have. I don't care how much I get. I still want to feel like my man can take care of me. And
in return, I'm going to say this again, you should be able to take care of him, and you should be able to properly dialogue how you going to take care of him. You should be able to say that. I don't care how much you show it. You also should be able to say it. I brought this, and this. And let it be that. It shouldn't be that hard if you're truly bringing something to the table. Shouldn't be hard if you truly have something to offer a man.
And she also said with men with money like this too. I don't have a problem with that. You pay the mortgages, you pay the cars, you pay all this shit. I pay for some dope ass fucking trips. Or some, just shit. Because that's what girls do. I think girls should spend money on themselves. Women should spend money on themselves, keeping up themselves, and on just extras that you want. That he is going to experience, right? It's real easy. It's a lot easier to pay for a trip to go, I don't know, Aruba, I don't know. It's real easy to pay for a trip for y'all to go to Aruba and shit when this man is fronting fucking mortgage and all the rest of the fucking bills. When your money is your money. Your money, as a woman, when your money is not needed to provide for the everyday of life. It's real easy to say, you know what I'm gonna do? Because what the fuck not? Alright, so then down here she says, because it's a lot that she wrote, child. She says, like, who wants to feel like a sugar daddy or sugar mama? Who wants to always give and never receive? Who wants to minimize their lifestyle and go without? Not me. I'm not me. I was in a position once, child, a long time ago, child. I was in my early 20s. I don't want to get Anyway, I remember I lived the way I wanted to live, right? I was young, my mom, that's when my mom first moved. I dated.
I think we pretty much done here. My point in listening to this second video was to make it clear. I am completely for women having standards. I am all for it. I'm all for making it clear what your expectations are of a man. I am completely fine with that. But y'all have to understand that when you're okay with that, you have to be okay with the flip side of a man coming to the table saying, okay, you got a checklist, boom, boom, boom. I check off, boom, boom, boom. Here's my checklist. I need to know if you can check off, boom, boom, boom. And that is so much better. Can you imagine a world where we date and men make it clear on what they provide and what they want? Women make it clear on what they provide and what they want, and then we can choose if we want to deal with that or we don't. And if we like it, we get together and we had a good communication about it. We understand the assignment. And now we can move forward. Can you imagine a world where that could happen? But it can't. It has to start with all of us. This is why I said in my previous video, you can't have one side bringing masculinity and then women coming in thinking, okay, well, we're just, once you're masculine enough or once you bring enough, then I'll start being feminine. Then I'll start being this. No, we all got to be able to come to the table as one. We all got to be able to provide what we want. What we need to, man need to provide the masculinity, man need to provide the leadership, man need to provide the financial, women need to come in and provide the femininity, the fit, the cooperative nature, being able to be on one accord with a man and being able to be what a man is not. Stop trying to be with men who y'all have things in common with. Those are some of the most worst relationships I have counseled, and I have talked to people about that. Those are the worst relationships. The relationships that last, that I have seen, that let's give it in my opinion, are the ones where the man is this, the woman is this, and they're yin to each other's yang. They complete each other because what I lack, the women can come in and she can provide those things. Those are some of the best relationships because not only is it a relationship and not only are you here for love, you can then kind of consider yourself a partner. You can then say, okay, you know what? We got a business. He runs it, but I run the books. He runs it, but I manages it. Then you can actually come in as a partner and complete your man. So, this has went on long enough. I could literally play this and talk for another hour if I wanted to. I don't want to. I want to try to keep these videos short. This is a long video, so let's keep it here. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, feel free, leave a comment below. Please go like and subscribe to the channel. I love to talk about things like this. I love to be able to provide a different view about things like this from a man's perspective. That is the point, one of the points of this channel, is to build up, help men and women get the results that we want, be able to provide a biased view of things, and be able to help women understand men. I believe one of the biggest problems we have in this modern society is females have been lied to so much that they don't even understand men at this point. I don't believe Jovi Beauty understands men at this point. I truly don't, because there's no way you could be sitting here preaching one side, men have problems if they ask for what they want, and on the other side, if women get what they want, it's perfectly fine. That makes absolutely no sense. It's gonna destroy the dating world. We're gonna have a bunch of messed up people out here, or single women, single black women, and then we're gonna have a bunch of black men saying, you know what, I'd rather just go date out then if they can sit to the table and tell me what they bring, which is simple, a conversation, a one-time conversation, because you don't have to continue to say that. One-time conversation during the date. This is what I bring. Boom, boom, boom. That's just perfect to me. I would love to be able to do that. And a woman just comes honestly and tells me what she does and what she's willing to do and what she's not willing to do. Oh, thanks. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please continue to support the channel so that we can just go live, watch videos like this together, and continue the growth and the learning. Please tell me where I went right. Tell me where I went wrong. And as always over here, just know we argue facts, not emotions. And I'm out.